Two Russian strategic missile carriers, the Tu-95ms, known by their NATO reporting name, Bear, flew over the neutral waters of the Barents and Norwegian seas as part of a demonstrative mission reminiscent of the Cold War era. They were escorted by heavily armed MiG-31 interceptors and carrier-based Su-33 fighters, underscoring Moscow's ability to project air power far beyond its borders. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the flight lasted more than 4 hours, and at certain points, the strategic bombers were accompanied by foreign fighters, likely Norwegian F-35s or British Typhoons, which frequently intercept Russian aircraft in this region. These missions are nothing new. Russia regularly dispatches Tu-95ms bombers on long-range patrols over the Arctic, North Atlantic, and other strategic areas to demonstrate its nuclear deterrence capabilities on a global scale. However, this latest mission comes amid heightened tensions between NATO and Moscow, particularly following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. While the Russian military insists that these flights are conducted in strict accordance with international regulations, such missions often trigger increased activity from Western air forces. The question remains whether this latest flight was a routine operation or another Kremlin reminder that its strategic forces remain on high alert. Russia rarely employs the carrier-based Su-33 for escort missions involving strategic bombers, making this particular deployment especially noteworthy. Typically, these tasks are performed by MiG-31s, Su-30SMS, or Su-35Ss, which have a greater operational range and superior air combat capabilities. The Su-33, originally developed for carrier-based operations aboard Russia's sole aircraft carrier, the Admiral Kuznetsov. The deployment of the Su-33 in this mission could suggest several things. One possibility is that the Russian Navy is attempting to expand the operational use of these fighters, especially as the Admiral Kuznetsov remains in prolonged repairs. Without its aircraft carrier, the Su-33 effectively lacks a dedicated operational platform, and the Russian Navy may be testing its use in new roles, such as escorting strategic bombers. Another possibility is related to training cycles. The Russian military may have used this mission as an integrated exercise between the aerospace forces and the Navy. This would be valuable in the context of growing tensions in the Arctic, where Moscow is expanding its military presence, including modernized bases and air defense systems. A more straightforward explanation could be logistical. Perhaps the Su-33 was simply the most readily available fighter in the region for the mission, particularly if other platforms were engaged in different operations. However, the fact that Russia specifically included this model raises questions about its effectiveness in such scenarios. The Su-33 remains limited by its outdated radar and weapon systems, particularly when compared to the Su-35s or even the modernized Su-30SM-2. This move could also serve as a signal to NATO that Russia has greater flexibility in deploying its combat aviation than the West assumes. If Moscow continues using the Su-33 in similar missions, it may indicate that the Navy is working to keep its pilots prepared for future operations, including those involving additional aircraft carriers or new tactics for protecting strategic bombers in contested airspace. The Su-33, also known as the Su-27K or Flanker D, is a twin-engine, single-seat Russian air superiority fighter designed for aircraft carrier operations. Developed by the Sukhoi Design Bureau and produced by the Komsomolska on Amur Aircraft Production Association, Kane AAPO, it is a naval adaptation of the Su-27, modified specifically for carrier-based missions. Key modifications that transformed the Su-27 into the Su-33 include a reinforced airframe and landing gear to withstand carrier landings, folding wings and stabilizers, larger wings for improved low-speed handling, integrated canards for enhanced maneuverability and reduced takeoff distance, more powerful AL-31FM1 engines, a twin nose wheel, and aerial refueling capabilities. The Su-33's first flight took place in 1987, and its initial carrier-based operations aboard the Admiral Kuznetsov began in 1989. It officially entered service in August 1998. The Su-33 is designed for all-weather operations, with capabilities for both air superiority and strike missions. The aircraft is equipped with advanced flight and navigation systems that assist pilots in carrier landings, a continuous data link with the aircraft carrier, and increased weapon hardpoints to enhance its combat potential per sortie. A two-seat variant, the Su-33UB, Combat Trainer, features changes to the forward fuselage, leading edges of the wings, and stabilizers, enabling pilot training in real carrier conditions. This version first flew in April 1999 and is designed for both training and combat roles. Modernization efforts for the Su-33 began in 2010, focusing on more powerful engines, increased weapon capacity, and upgrades to radar and navigation systems. However, financial constraints prevented a full-scale overhaul of these systems. In 2016, the Su-33 was upgraded with the SVP-24 targeting and computing system from the Gefest and T Company, allowing it to use unguided bombs with near-guided precision, significantly improving its strike capabilities to a level comparable with the Su-30SM. A second phase of modernization is planned, which includes even more powerful engines and advanced detection systems. The Su-33 was produced in limited numbers, only 24 units, due to economic challenges following the collapse of the Soviet Union and reductions in Russia's naval fleet. These aircraft are stationed aboard the Admiral Kuznetsov and at a Northern Fleet airbase, and they participated in combat operations over Syria in 2016. Globally, the Su-33 is considered one of the most capable carrier-based fighters, with unique characteristics that make it suitable for long-range naval missions and fleet defense.